Good evening and welcome as we get ready for high school volleyball tonight. The Moorhead Spuds hosting the Detroit Lakes Lakers. An unbeaten Lakers team coming into the Spud Gym tonight, and we are underway. First serve on the Spuds volley with the Lakers, and it's dropped right down in front. A diving attempt to the floor, lifted on the third try. Over it goes, but out of play. And with that, the Spuds grab an early 1-0 advantage. Detroit Lakes with a big hit coming off the near side. It was right on the money for Jalen Gunderson, and she wound up, put a little effort behind it, and dropped it down and in, and we are tied at 1. Lakers now serving. And across, it comes right back to the net. Big hit up on top by the Spuds, and it drops in safely. Hitting the back side on the play, and it's 2-1 Moorhead. So the Spuds will serve from the far left corner. Off the left-hand serve, it comes back up, and the Lakers play it. A little dump shot over the top, and it just dropped down in front of the Spuds libero. Couldn't put it up in time, and it comes back to the Lakers tied at 2. Lakers on the serve. All the way to the back row before it's lifted up and sent back to the far side and played over. Lakers chase it down and send it to the free ball, and it comes back to Moorhead, played off to the far side. A big hit there. Ricocheting, it comes back, and on the 3 hit, it comes back to the Spuds who play it. To the net backside, and a big hit there, but out. And a point for the Lakers gives Detroit Lakes a 3-2 lead. Jalen Gunderson serving for Detroit Lakes. Grace Perry lifts it forward. Here's the big hit by Annie Horan up front. And it comes back to the near side and just played. Kept alive by Moorhead off to Grace Perry, who works it over, and point Spuds. A kill for Grace Perry ties the set at 3. Moorhead's junior varsity forced into a third set earlier tonight and claimed victory there, 2-1, and a service ace delivered. And the Spuds regain the lead now at 4-3. Winding up, jump serve over. Played to the backside, and here's Detroit Lakes right up the middle. A diving attempt to the floor to keep it alive. To the net and across, Detroit Lakes returning. Another dive to the floor to keep it going, that by Lily Mathern. And the Lakers get point, and we are tied once again at 4. Lakers setting to serve from right up the middle. Just clearing the net and over. Sent backside, and there it comes, back down and played. Back to the net. A little dump shot over, played by the Spuds, and live it comes. Back to the near side before it's sent over, and a catch on a play that was out of play. Point for the Lakers gives Detroit Lakes then a 5-4 lead. Detroit Lakes on the serve. Grace Perry lifts it forward, played to the backside, and from there to the line, just in. Spuds come back, and we are all tied up now at 5. The Lakers 9-0 coming in. Of the 27 sets that they have played, they have won 23. Very impressive start to the season for the Lakers. Played forward now by DL, and it comes near side to the net. We're lining it up for Horan, slaps it over, played back by Detroit Lakes, and a big hit on the near side, thunderous hit. Sent up the line by Jalen Gunderson. And Detroit Lakes grabs the lead now at 6-5. So for the serve now from the far corner. Left-handed serve and over. Just wide of the sideline. And we are tied at 6, just a bit wide on the errant pass. Service error. Detroit Lakes, and Annie Horan now steps up to the line. Well, nice and easy serve and over, and play is underway. To the net. Moorhead will get point on that hit into the net by Detroit Lakes, and it's the Spuds now on top 7-6. Very closely played, expected that. Here's the play now by Horan over. Played back up to the near side, and a big hit by the Lakers' Jalen Gunderson, and it comes wide to the near side and out. Deflected away Moorhead. And we are tied now at 7. Quite frankly, this has never been more than one apart. First the lead, then the other team in the lead, and we're all knotted up. Here's the serve over. Played back up to the net, sent off to the play, and it's dumped across and down by Grace Bathurst. Bathurst with the kill, and Moorhead gains the lead now at 8-7. Spuds on the serve. Nice crowd on hand watching the Spuds and the Lakers play volleyball tonight at the Spud Gym. Sent over and just did get over, and then played back up to the net and drops down. Point for Detroit Lakes. And once again, a tie match at 8 apiece on the first set here tonight. Lakers will serve. The running little jump serve is all the way to the back row. Sent forward. Grace Perry winds up to hit it down and in. The kill for Grace Perry gives Moorhead the lead at 9-8. And the Spuds are set to serve. Here's the windup, the walk forward, and the slap over. Return to the net by the Lakers, and a punch over there played to the net. Spuds track it down. Perry sends it over. And it hits on the turf, and down it goes. Point Moorhead, and another kill for Grace Perry. Moorhead, for the first time, a 2-point advantage, now leading at 10-8. And the serve across, up the middle. Played off to the far side. It comes back near side, punched over. Moorhead plays it cautiously and safely, but then it's double lifted. Double hit on the far side. Point then for Detroit Lakes to pull back within 1 at 10-9. Lakers serving with a chance to draw even. Running jumper, and it comes back to the near side. Played forward and sent over. That first hit by Haley Thielen, or the first hit by Lily Mathern, rather, ended up being deflected out, and the Spuds get point, regaining a 2-point advantage here at 11-9. And we have a timeout taken on the Moorhead, the Northwest Blind scoreboard. In the first set, it's Moorhead 11 and Detroit Lakes 9.
Natural talent, physical gifts, training advantages. To become a champion, none of that matters. True champions are the ones who are comfortable working harder, staying later, and finding that competitive edge. They are never satisfied simply doing a good job, because those who transform themselves from local talent into local folklore are the ones who continually perform beyond their limits. Bell Bank, proudly supporting champions everywhere.
Out of the timeout, a little momentum change had gone to Moorhead. And Lindsay McCahary had decided on a timeout to settle things down. And a nice, very vocal crowd here from Detroit Lakes cheering on the Lakers volleyball team. Here's a step up to the line, blocked, sent over, tracked down. chased by Helena Daggett, and it comes near side and deflected out. Point for the Spuds. Taking now a 12-9 lead. It's the first time either team has had a 3-point advantage. And so the Spuds with Lauren Peterson set off the left hand in the far corner, sends it over. Back set, but played and dropped out of bounds. The block was there, but the deflection went out. And on the touch, Detroit Lakes gains a point to pull within 2. Here's the serve. Grace Perry sends it forward. Lifted return by Moorhead. They palmed it over. Point in for the Lakers to pull within 1 now at 12-11. Lakers on the serve. Near side sent over. Big hit there, and it's deflected off the Lakers. Couldn't handle it. She gave it a try, but Ava Jones had it slip away. And off to the far side, out of bounds. Point Moorhead now to a 2-point advantage at 13-11. And the Moorhead serve. Nearly caught an ace. Kept alive, and it's brought back and over. Back set near side, sent over. Kept alive once again. Sent over, and Grace Perry lifts it forward. To the backside, a clutch hit there and a big booming hit off the right side at the net. I think we'll give credit to Helena Daggett. And that brings Detroit Lakes within 1 at 13-12. Here's the serve for the Lakers. Just did clear the net. With the set, it is punched over and deflected away. Once again, Ava Jones gave an effort to track it down to the far side. When she got there, it was just beyond her reach. And with that point, Moorhead now leads at 14-12 as Talia Triggs lines it up for the serve. Big hit there, and it's saved. Put back in play, and on the free ball, it comes all the way back. The play over and off to the side and out of bounds. Last touched Moorhead. Point Detroit Lakes to pull within 1 at 14-13. Lakers continue to serve. With the running jump serve, it is played forward and right at the net. Sent over finally then by the Spuds, and at the net played back again. Here's a quick reversal down, a little dump over the net and finding a soft spot. Spuds with the score, now lead at 15-13. Moorhead getting set. Annie Horan to serve. Right arms it over, and it comes back up to the net. Here's the third hit, and it's over. Moorhead catching up to it in the back row. Off to Grace Perry, far side and over. Lifted up near side. There's a big hit, but just out. Lakers thought they had a chance to put one inside the baseline. Point Moorhead now gives the Spuds a 3-point advantage here in the first set. Haran lines it up and is ready. Sends it deep, lifted forward. Now up the middle, played at the net, and it's dropped in. Grace Bathurst was right there with the stop and the hit over. Kill for Bathurst. And Moorhead now leads at 17-13. The play near side, diving attempt to the floor. Lifted up just in time for Grace Gunderson to catch up to it, but she couldn't get underneath it. Deflecting it forward and down. Point Moorhead gives the Spuds a 4-point run and a 5-point lead at 18-13. Lakers with some thunder to the back row and out. And Moorhead putting a run together here forces Detroit Lakes into a timeout. We're in the first set of play, and on the Northwest Blinds scoreboard, it's Moorhead 19, Detroit Lakes 13.
Boss DXT snowplows are tough to beat. Featuring dual trip tech, flared wings, and optional D-force for improved scraping and back-dragging performance. Choose from 3 different sizes in steel, stainless steel, and poly. The Boss DXT is built to restore order.
Your home for Boss snowplows is Bert's Truck Equipment on Highway 75 North in Moorhead.
We return to the Spud Gym in Moorhead. A closely played first set. Detroit Lakes had pulled within 1 at 14-13, and the Spuds have since scored 5 unanswered. And the serve by Haran. Played to the net, put on the net, and it crawls along the net before falling forward. Point for Detroit Lakes, 19-14. Lakers will serve from the far corner. Stepping forward and hitting it deep. Played back up to the net. Near side it comes, and Grace Bathurst gets the kill. Spuds have had some good success getting the ball to the net and lining it up for Bathurst and Haran for the kills. And it's 20-14. Punched forward, Brack near side, lined it up, and it comes all the way to the back row before played now off to the far side. Just tipped over, comes back and tracked down and finally deflected out of bounds. Spuds had a couple of miraculous saves on keeping the ball in play, only to see the third hit go out. Point for the Lakers now to pull within 5 at 20-15 as they set to serve. Moorhead's soccer team also in action tonight at this very same time, leading 1-0 in their first half. Here's the play over. Back set near side. Bathurst manages to get it over and sent, and then slammed hard, but into the net. Did not get it high enough. A line drive hit from about 5 feet away. And it's 21-15. Grace Perry on the serve. Just did clear the net. And just did on the return dump it over the net and down. It was played just beyond the Moorhead defense reach, and it's 21-16. So after that 5-point run that the Spuds had, we're back to going 1 for 1, 1 for 1. Here's the play tipped over. Detroit Lakes on the return. Near side looking, Gunderson has it. Lifted up, comes up to play, and then it's sent over, and deep it goes, too deep it goes. Point Lakers. And with that, it's 21-17. Ava Jones serving. Moorhead on the return, blocked at the net. Now Perry sends it far side. A double, triple hit. And the Spuds are drawing closer here in set 1. Leading at 22-17. And serving. Lauren Peterson stands just on the other side of the basketball lane. That is bright in color, and the play goes over to the net. No, never made it over. Coming up short. Point for the Lakers, and it's 22-18. They've picked up a couple points, but time running short now for the Lakers as they send the serve long. And Moorhead leading 23-18, ready to serve here in set 1. Right up the middle and played back to the net. Tipped over. Perry dives to the floor and keeps it alive. Brought back up, it goes high into the rafters and then played back down, and Haran sends it over. Try it again, it comes near side to Bathurst. and then lifted over. But a double hit for Moorhead gives point to the Lakers. And it's 23-19. Detroit Lakes now on the serve with Maddie Bellinger. Quick send over, brought back up to the net. Out of the back row, saved by the Lakers and sent forward. Then a big hit there, deflected away. Bathurst tried to get in position, but it was so hard hit, it deflected away. Point for the Lakers, and it's 23-20. Crawling back within contention after trailing by 6. It's now a 3-point advantage for Moorhead. As the hit by Horan goes wide, and the deflection away for the Spuds sets up set point. 24-20. Talia Triggs serving. From the back row, played forward, tipped over. Play continues on, back to the near side. A big hit into the net. And it was last touched Moorhead on the way by, and it's point Detroit Lakes to stay within 3 at 24-21. Riley Johnson sets to serve. Winds up and sends it over, played back up to the net. Played back by Horan. Rejected. Try it again. Here's Horan. Sends it off to the far side. Game Moorhead. Our final score in the Northwest Blind scoreboard in set 1. Moorhead 25, Detroit Lakes 21.
We are The Breakdown. For almost 2 decades, we've published the most comprehensive yearbooks on Minnesota high school sports and run the best in-season and off-season events. We cover every corner of the state. We are The Breakdown.
Before I became a real boy, life was easy. I just sat there doing sandwich stuff. But being alive is so hard. So if you don't want to get up to get a sandwich, you shouldn't have to.
Back at the Spud Gym as we get ready for set 2. Moorhead winning set 1, 25-21 the final. Moorhead and Detroit Lakes were just 1 apart at 14-13. The Spuds got the only real stretch run of the day in that first set, as they went from a 1-point advantage to a 6-point lead, scoring 5 unanswered points at 19-13. And then it was back to an even matchup down the stretch, and the Spuds were able to get the final score of 25-21. So we're set to go here in set 2, and as we look on, the Spuds will continue to defend to our left as we look on. And Detroit Lakes will serve into that defense as they line things up to our right side. Here's the send over all the way to the back row. Big hit at the net. Grace Bathurst was there, but it deflected away. She thought she could have had a block clean, but it worked her way off the palms of her hand and out, and it's 1-0 Detroit Lakes. Moorhead and Detroit Lakes soccer are all tied up at 1 apiece. And once again, the Lakers come up with a big lift to get second set underway, and it's now 2-0. With the serve to the back row, played forward, and then tipped over. Grace Bathurst gets one back, and that puts Moorhead on the board here in the second set at 2-1. Grace Perry, good first set of play here early on with her abilities to dive to the floor and set things up. Sends one over, and it's played back down near side and off the left-hand hit. Spuds, Lauren Peterson keeping that one alive to the net, but a double hit by the Spuds, and it's 3-1. The Lakers with the lead as Jalen Gunderson will serve. It's sent over, played near side. The run up by Bathurst is there, or Mathern rather, Lily Mathern on that one. Well, they are, there we go. No, got the wrong. We're hearing the sounds of the scoreboard watchers. Should be 3-2, I believe. And they are working on that, much to the delight of those watching here tonight, and it is. And so after that last point, now Moorhead has come on to tie, and we're all knotted up at 3. Deflected at the net and off Moorhead. Last to the floor it goes. Point, Detroit Lakes. And that brings Maddie Bellinger on to serve. She likes that position right in the middle of the side court lines and sends it straight up. Played off to the far side, punched over. Bellinger comes back up with the save. Played it over, and it's deflected up into the air. Peterson saving it, and the Spuds go after it. They get a hit on it, but are out of play. Detroit Lakes has grabbed a 5-3 lead here in the early part of the second set. Moorhead winning set 1, 25-21. And that's only the 4th time this year that Detroit Lakes has lost a set. Coming in to game tonight at 9-0. Played at the net, played off the net. Play continues, and it comes near side where Bellinger sends it forward. And then a big wind-up and a hit. Got underneath it, however. Detroit Lakes saying that it was deflected by Moorhead. It was not. It's point for the Spuds. And that puts Lily Mathern at the line to serve. Point here will tie the set. Diving to the floor. Pulled off the floor and sent forward, and it's across, and the Lakers trying to track it down, couldn't get there in time. Moorhead has come back to tie after falling behind on a couple of occasions by 2. It's now knotted 5 apiece. And again, the Spuds with good effort to track down the loose ball, only to see it slip away. Point, Detroit Lakes, now leading 6-5. Lakers serving with Riley Johnson off the far corner. Left-hand serve comes near side. Played back up to the net. Lifted up, just did clear it over. Back set now to the near side and over. Spud set it up for Horan. She goes to the floor. As she managed to find a soft spot in that Laker defense. And we're tied at 6. Talia Triggs set to serve. Here's the running jump serve by Triggs. To the net, played, diving to the floor. Peterson kept alive and play continues. To the net, tipped over by Horan, just did keep the play alive. The kill for Horan. Right at the net and off balance, and it's 7-6. Triggs continues with the serve from the far side. Running jump and sends it over right up the line. Now lifted up by Ava Jones. It comes to the net, into the net and down. Point Moorhead. And 3 unanswered by the Spuds have erased a 2-point deficit. Now leading it by 2 at 8-6. And the play is over. To the net, tipped up and punched over and across. Never made it. Did not have a chance. It was deflected back and out. Point for Detroit Lakes. 8-7 our count. And the serve by Detroit Lakes, return to the net. Oh, that was a giveaway. The return from Moorhead off the back row set it up for the lift across, and that's set up for a big hit and a point. And it's now 8-8. So the Lakers sending it. Bathurst, or Horan rather, on the return. Lifted over, just did get it there. Set to the far side. May have let it go, did not. Deflected on the stab, and it's point Moorhead. Regaining the lead at 9-8. Annie Horan. Set. Looks at the sideline. Amber Fugleberg. And the hit is deflected up, returned to the far side and over. The Lakers play it at the net. Pushed back up and it's punched over. And a nice save by the Spuds. And here's the return and a big hit up the near sideline. Jalen Gunderson has a lot of power on her hits. And that brings the set even up at 9 apiece. With that point, side out. And the serve just did clear net. Peterson couldn't play it. That'll go as a service ace for Detroit Lakes. Back on top now, the Lakers have outscored Moorhead 4-1. Erasing a 2-point lead and lead by 1. Another service ace. And that forces a timeout call from the Spuds bench. We are in the second set of play on the Northwest Blind scoreboard. It is Detroit Lakes 11 and Moorhead 9. After a Moorhead timeout, Moorhead had the lead at 8-6, now trail at 11-9. And Amber Fugleberg deciding it was time to settle things down. Detroit Lakes continuing the serve. Pardon me. Signal that she's ready, and here we go. From the back row, played forward. Peterson now lifts it up. Perry sends it over. Back set all the way to the near side. Peterson just did get the set. The timing was just off up at the top of the set. Grace Bathurst was trying to get one at the top of the leap, or at the top of the apex, and just misfired. Lakers point, now leading at 12-9. Service error to the net, and it's 12-10. That stops a 6-point run, 6-1 run, I should say. And here's the serve by Triggs. The Lakers tip it over to the net and in, and they're right back on the scoreboard. Detroit Lakes now leading at 13-10. With the play up the middle, return to the net, but nobody there. Perhaps a miscommunication on the play set. The set from the back row came up to the net, and the middle hitters had circled the net, and were unable to make the hit. And once again, some miscommunication at the net. And all of a sudden, Detroit Lakes has grabbed a 5-point lead at 15-10. Working on a 9-2 scoring run. This one got over and out. Just missed the sideline, far side, wide. And the Lakers now lead at 16-10 here in set 2. Floor number 2 official checking in with a substance on the floor. I think somebody slipped down and it was a little bit moist, so they're drying up the floor. Quick mop up there. Grace Bathurst getting an A+. 16-10. Detroit Lakes, the serve and the lead. As we are ready, and it goes deep. Peterson manages to line drive it forward, but the Spuds can't put it over in 3, and the Lakers drive continues, and the Spuds will try to reset. We've got a timeout in set number 2 tonight at the Spud Gym in Moorhead. On the Northwest Blind scoreboard, it's Detroit Lakes 16 and Moorhead 10. Play will resume here in the second set. 17-10 Detroit Lakes. Moorhead in a tough battle in the first set, claiming a victory 25-21. This game was Moorhead's at 8-6, but the Lakers have dominated play since. Now the Spuds out of the timeout come up with a big kill. 17-11. During that stretch, the Lakers had an 11-2 scoring run. Here's Grace Perry. And the hit over, diving to the floor to keep it, sending it near side, just out away from Helen Daggett. And point goes to Moorhead, now trailing 17-12. Perry lines it up, and the jump serve over. Lifted forward and diving down right in the middle of the Spuds defense, right in front of Grace Perry, who couldn't get there in time, and it's 18-12. Lakers back in the serve. Back in the serve line, sending it over. Double hit, Moorhead. And the Lakers are back to a 7-point advantage at 19-12. A running jump played forward by Perry. Back set near side, sent over. Lily Mathern tried to punch it down inside the sideline, but misfired, and it sailed into the Lakers' student body. And that gives Detroit Lakes a 20-12 lead. Threatening to run away and hide with this one. Here's the running jump serve. Played Moorhead, Grace, Perry, over. Played up to the net, back set it goes, brought across, and Moorhead continues on with Peterson to the near side. And a dive for it, kept alive, and on the free ball, short. Into the net it goes, and it's point Moorhead at 20-13. Lauren Peterson will serve from the corner and sending it over. Lifted up. Played back now by Moorhead. Peterson tracks it down, sets it to the far side. Play goes under the, somehow it got under the net, and play continued on. Lakers playing it near side. Wind up and a hit. Perry saves it from the back row. But the return is knocked away good by the Lakers. And the Lakers are closing in. Leading it now 21-13. Lakers making a personnel change. Maddie Bellinger will come on to serve. And she'll stand basically in the middle and send it forward. To the net. Punched over by Horan, just did catch the corner. And it's 21-14. The kill for Horan brings Moorhead within 7. And the hit is over. Brought back up to the net, near side. And I'll tell you what, there's a lot of thunder going on from Jalen Gunderson. Her hits are dynamic and generally good, as her kill gives the Lakers an 8-point lead. On the serve, return Moorhead. Back set there and out. Closing in on a set win here in number 2, leading it now by 9 and serving. With the hit over, just did clear the net. Peterson dives down to dig it up. Played back now by Detroit Lakes. A big hit there, and the Spuds save it to the net. Tipped over to the backside. Sent across and in. 23-15. Moorhead serving. Talia Triggs lines it up along the far side and sends it forward. Back to the near side, a quick soft touch over. Played back down by Moorhead, tracked down by Horan, just did find the iron. And then to the backside, play rolls away down and in just before heading out of play, and it's 23-16. Moorhead scoring. Still a ways to go. Detroit Lakes leading at 23-16 as Moorhead serves. From the far corner, here's the step forward and the approach. Bellinger plays it near side, one arms it over. Again, the Spuds go down. Point for Detroit Lakes. Moorhead was under the net. And the Lakers will serve set point. Spuds defense set, ready, waiting. Here's the play across. Set to the far side for Perry. Big hit from the backside. Just before stepping out of play, Grace Perry comes up with a big hit and pulls Moorhead within 7 at 24-17. Annie Horan sends it forward. Got to the floor. That's an ace. The Valley Mortgage ace by Annie Horan puts the Spuds within 6 at 24-18. And the play over. Sent off to the far side before brought back and now lifted over on an underhand. The set there is on the line and down. Grace Perry will get the kill. 24-19. Spuds on a 5-1 scoring advantage to close the gap, but still a long ways to go with set point in place for Detroit Lakes. Here's Perry. Played forward now by Detroit Lakes and a big hit. Set 2 goes to the Lakers. A valiant run by the Lakers, closing the gap, taking a big lead, and then holding off the Spuds. We have finished 2 sets of play here tonight in Moorhead. On the Northwest Blinds scoreboard, our final score: Detroit Lakes 25, Moorhead 19.
Revive Professional Massage Therapy Clinic. Locally owned and operated. Open 7 days a week, day, evening, and same-day appointments available. Couples massages also available. 20 highly trained professional licensed massage therapists on staff. Now with 2 locations, South Fargo and Detroit Lakes, offering online booking and online gift certificates. www.reviveprofessionalmassage.com.
Well, we head into set 3 with our match tonight tied at 1 set apiece. Moorhead winning set 1, 25-21. The Lakers with a big stretch run midway through the second set, holding on for the win. 25-19 was the final there. And we are all tied up at 1 set apiece. So we go to the third set. They will continue to stay and defend the same half of the court that they have been throughout. And Grace Perry will line things up to start things off here in the third set. As she waits for the declaration to play. The signal given and the serve is away. Just clearing the net. Blocked, it comes back. Perry sends it to the net. Near side it goes, and it's blocked away. Lily Mathern, the right side hitter, came in with the big hit there for the score, and Moorhead takes a 1-0 lead. So it comes back to Perry for the serve line. Soft approach and the hit over. The return by Detroit Lakes is long. And Moorhead, with that point, takes a 2-0 lead. Grace Perry continues to serve. She sends it up the middle. It's returned near side by the Lakers. Peterson goes after it, deflects it right into the Moorhead section. And that gives point to the Lakers. Serving now, trailing 2-1. Sent over and brought back on the backside, and it comes across and in. Mathern coming up with a big hit that could not and would not be returned, and it's 3-1. Moorhead will serve with the advantage as Lauren Peterson lines things up. And with ball ready, she hits it over. Off to the far side, played by Ava Jones. Now Moorhead. Set to the far side, played. Tracked down by Jalen Gunderson. Now the Spuds play it to the other side and comes across to Ava Jones. Here's the return, lifted across. A nice dive to the floor by Lauren Peterson, and play goes in. Deflected and down, and it's point Moorhead. 4-1 Spuds. Lauren Peterson continuing the serve. Sets tied 1 apiece. Hit it over. This one never had a chance. It was a little bit of a miscommunication on how to play the second hit by Detroit Lakes. And as a result, no one was there to keep it alive. Point Moorhead, and Spuds lead it now 5-1. Peterson's hit over. And again, tracking it down to the far side, nobody there. Riley Johnson didn't deflect away from her. She simply sent it to a spot where everybody had vacated. And with that score by the Spuds, a timeout taken by the Lakers. We're in the third set. On the Northwest Blind scoreboard, it's Moorhead 6 and Detroit Lakes 1. We resume play here in set number 3. Lauren Peterson is in the midst of a scoring run here with 5 unanswered points. And the play is on. Spuds leading it 6-1. Playing it at the net, back set near side, and play goes down. Point for the Lakers. That one slipped down in front of the Spuds, and the play, that was point for the Lakers in at 6-2. The running jump serve by the Lakers. Played back up to the net. And it may have been set forward just a bit deep. It forced the Spuds to track it down under the net. And that's a point for the Lakers. And it's 6-3. The play over. Right near side, return to the backside, and that hit was knocked away. Annie Horan had a good look at it, sent it over, but it was rejected immediately off her, back on to the far sideline. Back-to-back scores now by the Lakers, pulling within 2. Keeping it alive and sending it forward. Very heads-up play by the Spuds. The return goes deflected away. That play a moment ago, Sarah Boak keeping it alive. And as it turns out, point goes to the Lakers. They've come up with 4 unanswered now and have pulled within 1. Punched over by Triggs. Sent to the backside underneath. It's lifted up. The return on the near side. Mathern's hit got deflected. And Sen sailed all the way through and out. And that's a point for the Lakers, who have come all the way back after trailing 6-1. Took a timeout. And they have not been denied. It is now 6-6. To the backside. Nice save at the net by the Spuds. Punched over and it comes down right in front of Lauren Peterson. She made a dive for it. Tried to get underneath it and tip it up. But it's now 7-6 Lakers. With the serve. Perry returns it towards the net and then over, and it goes on the deflection. And the point goes to Moorhead. We are tied now at 7. Big hit just past the end line. Moorhead has come all the way back now to take the lead. 8-7 our count and serving. With the play over, it comes to the near side, sent towards the net. Lauren Peterson keeps it going from Moorhead to the backside plate. Triggs, now Perry. Triggs comes all the way across to the near side. And play goes off to the backside of the play. Talia Triggs gave chase but couldn't get there in time. We're tied up at 8. Lakers sending Maddie Bellinger to the serve line. Play is over, diving to the floor to keep it going. Punched over by Triggs. And to the net, it comes down on top of one of the Detroit Lakes players lying on the floor. Point Moorhead to the advantage now, 9-8. The count. Captain Perry there to make sure things are cleaned and proper. Here's the running jump serve, Moorhead. Big hit there, blocked down and in. Lakers coming up with a set tying score now at 9. From the far corner and over. Lifted high, and Grace Perry tracks it down and puts a big hit on it. Bellinger couldn't catch up to it. Kill for Perry. Lead to Moorhead at 10-9. Annie Horan will serve. Spuds leading by 1 and sending it over. Ava Jones plays it back near side. Gunderson dropped it down in front, but a play continues. No. The point is given. It hit the floor right in front of the hand of the Spud defender to tie the set at 10. Lakers with a serve, and Moorhead comes up with a big hit. And play goes right back and between the defenders at the back row. Mathern was there. Peterson was there. Ball slipped between them. Point Detroit Lakes now leading at 11-10. Jalen Gunderson. Underhand scoop to the net, played off the net and over. But the return, slapped hard but over. Play continues, Perry. Big hit and point. The closer these sets are being played, the more excited the student bodies have become. Meanwhile, not too many yards away, Moorhead's girls soccer team is leading Detroit Lakes 2-1 as they play in the second half. To the far side, that one is returned beyond the end line. And for the first time since Moorhead led 6-1, the Spuds are back on top by 2 at 13-11. Correction. It's now 12-11. Moorhead to the backside, punched and kept alive by Perry, but no. That ties the set at 12. Detroit Lakes serving. We're playing set 3. To the back row, Peterson backpedaling on her play, managed to somehow keep it alive. And with the return by Detroit Lakes, it's lifted to the back row. Set up to the front, brought back down near side Mathern. Over it goes, and the play goes out of play. Just past the end line. And Moorhead regains the advantage now, 13-12. Deep at the baseline, Grace Perry. It tickled the net on the way over. Played, and it continues to the middle of the net, and that one did not go. Grace Bathurst had a chance at it, but came up short on the return. And we're tied at 13. The hit is over. Played up the middle. Bathurst took a whack at it. Play continues on at the other side. Now Lauren Peterson of Moorhead sets it up, and Bathurst comes up with a big hit. Kill for Grace Bathurst. And Moorhead regains the lead at 14-13. It's been that kind of night throughout. Lauren Peterson to serve. The return comes to the net, played off the net and played alive. Spuds come up with a hit from Mathern. To the near side, punched over, out of the back row, saved. Comes up to Annie Horan, and she got enough on it. The kill for Annie Horan gives Moorhead a 2-point advantage now at 15-13. Here's the serve from Lauren Peterson. Slopped it over, and the play comes right back up the middle, and it's deflected out of bounds. Last touched Moorhead, point Detroit Lakes. Lakers pull within 1. Jalen Gunderson. Here's the run up and the hit. Played by Grace Perry. Back set there. The kill will go to Annie Horan. And Moorhead is back to a 2-point lead at 16-14. The set back to Horan was a little bit off the perfect touch that she would have liked, but managed to redirect it in the right spot to get the kill. And Moorhead has taken a 2-point advantage. Here's the run up and the serve. Played by the Lakers to the backside and dropped in good. The hit by Riley Johnson was deflected to the floor. And with that point, Moorhead now leads it And Detroit Lakes takes a timeout on the Northwest Blind scoreboard here in set 3. It's Moorhead 17, Detroit Lakes 14. We return to the Spud Gym in Moorhead, 17-14 in set 3. Sets tied at 1 apiece. Moorhead getting a win in the first. Detroit Lakes with a strong performance in the middle of the set, getting the win there. And we battle back and forth here in set number 3. Out of the timeout, the play comes. Moorhead's Lauren Peterson sent to the backside. Here's the play into the net. And into the net it comes, rolling down to the floor, and it's a 2-point game. Now it's 17-15. Rotation of players. Maddie Bellinger serving for Detroit Lakes, played by Triggs. Return to Triggs, and she drops it in. She'll get the kill and a hit from the backside. Moorhead taking back a 3-point advantage. Triggs goes to the serve line now, closing in on that far corner. Here's the run and the hit over. To the net, comes back near side, lifted over. Underhand scoop, played to the backside, then over, and at the net, and Grace Perry over the top of the net to slam it down. Safely in, it's 19-15. Moorhead's biggest advantage came early at 6-1. Detroit Lakes came back with 6 unanswered points and took the lead, and that's how closely this set has been played. Moorhead now has given up as Detroit Lakes reclaims a 3-point disadvantage. Now 19-16, down by 3 and serving. Here's the set to Grace Perry, and she drops it in. A cross-court hit from Grace Perry for the score. And with the exchange, Annie Horan now serves. The hit is over and deep. A knuckleball return that baffled the Spuds return. And it drops down right in front, and it's point Detroit Lakes now to pull within 3. Lakers looking for a bit of a run. Crawl back into this one late. Here's Perry's hit to the front. Big hit, wide, and out. And now they're going to say deflected. One official said one way. The official on the far side saw a deflection. And Lindsay Machakaira is somewhat upset. She thinks if nothing else, there should be a replay of that last point. But there will be none, and it continues on now at 21-17. Play is over. The Lakers set it up, and it's punched over and down. Right in front of Lauren Peterson. A big lift for the Lakers to pull within 3 once again. 21-18 here in set 3. And the Lakers serve to the net. It skims over. Play continues. Near side hit by Perry. Lifted high and over. To the middle it plays and rolls down to the floor and in. Point Moorhead. Kill for Grace Bathurst. 22-18 Moorhead regaining a 4-point lead. With time running short here in set 3, needing just 3 more. To the net and over, and then down it goes. Grace Perry had it roll off her thumbs and to the floor. Point Detroit Lakes. And the jump serve. Peterson plays it forward, sent backside, lifted over. Play comes back from the near side into the net and down. Point Moorhead. 23-19. Lauren Peterson serving for Moorhead. Holding the ball high and left-handing it over. Tracked down and set up. Backhanded over by Jalen Gunderson. Spuds now on the return. Gunderson from the near side keeps it alive. Spuds keep it alive with Perry. But that's about it. Lauren Peterson trying to catch up to the deflection, could not get there. A point for the Lakers. Now once again, back within 3. Jalen Gunderson to serve. From the back row and forward, hit by Annie Horan. Play continues as it's returned, and the Spuds send it on a back set. The drive up is rejected there by Ava Jones, and play continues. Now big lift there, sending it up. Again, the Lakers making a dive down to the floor to keep it going. Peterson puts it back in play for Moorhead, and Annie Horan keeps it alive for the Spuds. And then a hit to an empty spot right in front. Lauren Peterson was caught backpedaling just a bit, just enough to let the ball drop in front of her. And with that, we've got a timeout taken. On the Northwest Blind scoreboard here in set 3, it's Moorhead 23, Detroit Lakes 21.
Natural talent, physical gifts, training advantages. To become a champion, none of that matters. True champions are the ones who are comfortable working harder, staying later, and finding that competitive edge. They are never satisfied simply doing a good job, because those who transform themselves from local talent into local folklore are the ones who continually perform beyond their limits. Bell Bank, proudly supporting champions everywhere.
We get ready to resume play here in set 3, tied at 1 set apiece. We are down to the nubbins. It's 23-21 Moorhead, with serve going to the Lakers. They have scored on the last 2 serves and now looking to pull within 1. The return by Moorhead, sent across and down, and Moorhead ready now for set serve. Back to a 3-point lead, but more importantly for the Spuds, it's set point. Sarah Boak will serve. The Lakers looking to defend on this play to stay alive and stay within it. Boak's serve is over. Brought back near side, Gunderson doubled up. Play continues, and now they're going to say a double hit. It bobbled just a little bit as it crawled up from the palm to the elbow. And on that, it's 24-22. So a service error here will give set to Moorhead. And play continues to the net. Big hit, point, Moorhead. Set, Moorhead, and we go to a fourth set. After 3 here in Moorhead. Our final score in set number 3, Moorhead on the Northwest Blind scoreboard. Moorhead 25, Detroit Lakes 22.
Boss DXT snowplows are tough to beat. Featuring dual trip tech, flared wings, and optional D-force for improved scraping and backdragging performance. Choose from 3 different sizes in steel, stainless steel, and poly. The Boss DXT is built to restore order.
Your home for Boss Snowplows is Bert's Truck Equipment on Highway 75 North in Moorhead.
We are The Breakdown. For almost 2 decades, we've published the most comprehensive yearbooks on Minnesota high school sports and run the best in-season and off-season events. We cover every corner of the state. We are The Breakdown.
Before I became a real boy, life was easy. I just sat there doing sandwich stuff. But being alive is so hard. So if you don't want to get up to get a sandwich, you shouldn't have to.
Set 4 awaits us as the Spuds have taken a 1-set advantage after 3, winning set 1 and 3. And in between that, Detroit Lakes a very impressive set 2 win, 25-19. And this set was back and forth. It was 1 point for Moorhead, 1 point for Detroit Lakes. And down the stretch run it went. Detroit Lakes features a big hitter from the backside and Jalen Gunderson. Spuds doing well at the net. And as a result, we've had very closely played sets here so far. Ava Jones will lead off set 4. And she gets ready to serve it right to left, and we're underway. Grace Perry had it muffled off her wrists. It just simply got away and knuckled on her. And Detroit Lakes takes the early lead at 1-0. Ava Jones is ready. And the hit over. Lifted to the net. And the set there. Played off the net and over. Grace Perry keeps it alive. And then Bathurst keeps it alive. Now the Lakers chase it down and dump it in. Right down in front and between the Spuds defenders, Detroit Lakes has taken a 2-0 lead. The hit is over. An ace will go into the record books. A service ace has given Detroit Lakes a 3-0 lead. Ava Jones approaches and sends it over. Lauren Peterson returns with a set to the near side for Grace Perry. Track it down, and on the free ball, it's over. Here's the set to the backside, and Grace Perry sends that one home. Spuds are on the board here in set 4 and trail it now 3-1. And after getting the kill, Grace Perry now will serve. Right-hander, Grace Perry. To the net. Service error, Moorhead. 4-1, Detroit Lakes. Here's the serve by Detroit Lakes. Lauren Peterson of Moorhead plays it and set across before being played over. The return by Peterson now for Moorhead. To the near side, the hit blocked, but it's kept alive and play continues on. The Lakers track it down. Over it goes and it comes back near side. Sarah Boak had a chance at it, but her return to the far side just long. Point for the Lakers to lead it now 5-1. The Lakers serve just clearing net. Tracked down on a nice drop to the knees save by the Lakers. And play is underway. Olivia Clark-Burnett having a defensive performance here in that last stretch. And the play across gets bounced out of bounds. Point Moorhead on the board now and trailing 5-2. Lauren Peterson with the serve to the net. Moorhead service error. 6-2 now Detroit Lakes. Lakers rotating. Sending Maddie Bellinger to the line. For the serve, it's over. To the back row, played up, and Haran sends it deep before it's returned. And right in front of Lauren Peterson, who was diving to the floor. Point Detroit Lakes now leading at 7-2. And the serve to the near side is wide and out. That gives point Moorhead, and it's 7-3. And Moorhead making rotations. And the serve. Just getting underneath it to keep it alive. And then tossed into the net. Point Moorhead to pull within 3 now. It's 7-4. Moorhead on the serve near side. Right up the line and then return backside. And with the hit, point goes Moorhead. And they pull within 2 after trailing at 1.7-2. Moorhead with 3 unanswered now. Within striking distance as Bulk serving it. Is returned by Detroit Lakes, dropping it right down in front, right over the net. And it's 8-5. Lakers serve from Riley Johnson. Played to the backside. And a dive down, pushed into the net. Point Moorhead. And it's back to a 2-point advantage for Detroit Lakes as Moorhead's Talia Triggs gets set to serve. Running jump serve for Triggs. Ava Olson plays it. Over the net it goes, and here's Grace Perry with the big hit. She's kind of just warming up. Grace Perry has made it a 1-point game at 8-7. When the game on the line, you could just tell in the way that the play goes towards Grace Perry. for a positive result. Here's another big hit. This one right in front of Volk. Nearly caught it. It was hit so hard before it deflected to the floor. 9-7. Lakers back to a 2-point lead. And here's the hit. Peterson plays it to the net. Back set there. Did not get across. Annie Horan tried to reach out and keep it alive. It was just beyond her reach. And after it's all said and done, got it over apparently. It was Point Moorhead now to pull within one at 9-8. And once again, a save on a misplay. Tipped away, Triggs brings it back, sends it over, and it will go under the net. Detroit Lakes chased down a loose ball at the net and stepped underneath the net. And with that point, the Spuds have come back to tie the Lakers, now at 9 apiece. Annie Horan serving. The play to the net, deflected down, kept alive. Back to the near side, Boak, and to the far side it goes. Perry for the score. And Moorhead takes its first lead of set. 10-9 the count, working on a 5-1 scoring advantage. Annie Horan to serve. Lifted towards the net where Ava Jones plays it. Spuds now on the return. Deflected. Free ball there is over. It comes back near side. And play. Grace Perry. And a quick redirect. Drops it in. With play going side to side, all of a sudden a quick redirect that went down. It happened so quickly we couldn't identify the player. But the Spuds now lead at 11-9. And the hit on the serve returned Detroit Lakes, and a big block is saved from going away. Brought back up on top, locked down. Moorhead thought they had a bit of momentum going their way, and then all of a sudden it turned around. And with the save and the point, that pulls Detroit Lakes within one at 11-10. And serving. Service error sails past the end line. 12-10. Maddie Bogenreef checking into the Spuds lineup. (12-10) Moorhead serving with a 2-point lead. Tipped up and over and out. Moorhead now leads it by 3 at 13-10. Here's the look and the send over. Diving down to keep it going. Brought back near side. It's deflected up. Played to the far side and over. Grace Perry will get the kill. And Moorhead, erasing a 5-point deficit early, now leads it by 4. And the hit is over. Brought back near side, point, deflected, and out. Well, some consternation there for a moment. All of a sudden turns into a smile for the Detroit Lakes bench as they get the score to pull within 3 at 14-11. Make that 14-12. We're in the fourth set. Moorhead leading it 2-1. To the backside, big hit, but long, way long. And with that, Ava Jones will continue to the serve, trailing now by 1. To the backside it goes, and it just deflected over, and it caught the knee of Ava Jones and ricocheted off her and out. Point Moorhead. Back to a 2-point advantage here at 15-13. Grace Perry is set and ready. Over and played. Return from the back row to the near side. Big hit. Deflected away. Wind up and a hit. Peterson saves it. And the return from the far side just came up short. Talia Triggs lifted it towards net and came up just short. And the Lakers have closed the gap to 1. Here's the hit over. Lauren Peterson still sprawled on the floor after that one. As play continues on in the Detroit Lakes end. Here's the return back to Peterson. Sets it up. Big hit. Clark Burnett keeping it alive. Now Moorhead to the far side in. Yes. Point goes to Moorhead. 16-14. There have been a lot of closely contested plays on whether the play was in the sideline or out of the sideline. Also at the end line as well. Now the line judge on the far side and the floor judge checking things out. (16-14) Moorhead serving with a 2-point lead. Lifted up and sent over. Peterson back for Moorhead. Sends it cross court, and it got down inside in the far corner, just inside the side court line. Moorhead to a 3-point lead at 17-14. Lauren Peterson's serve. Down on her knees to keep it going. The set near side, hit into the net. Grace Gunderson for Detroit Lakes following the play in, slammed it hard but right into the net, and that brings a timeout call from Detroit Lakes. On the Northwest Blind scoreboard, we're in set 4. Moorhead 18, Detroit Lakes 14. On the turf at Jim Goda Stadium, Moorhead's girls soccer team has declared victory there over Detroit Lakes, 4-1, the final game just completed. Meanwhile, the Spud volleyball team has a 2-1 advantage here in set 4, leading by 4, 18-14. Burnett saves it. Across the net it plays. To the backside it goes, and it's hit over and a kill from the big opening on the backside of the plate. Talia Triggs slammed it in. 4 unanswered for the Spuds, now leading it by 5. Peterson's serve sails it deep, too deep. A little bit of air, got a lot of air underneath that one to sail it all the way past the end line. And it's 19-15 as Detroit Lakes has a certain rotation plan for this certain circumstance, which requires Maddie Bellinger to serve. And she's out there. Here's the play. Brought back up to the net, chased down by Boak. And now the Lakers Sending it deep. Peterson tracks it down. Moorhead at the net. Big hit. Kill Annie Horan. Oh my, she got on top of that one. Put a little muster in her gasket and slammed it in, slammed it home. And Moorhead to a 5-point lead. I was trying to say musket. Here we go. Bulk with the serve. And the hit over. Deflected. Backside hit. Out of play. Hit the line judge, actually. She was standing just outside the line, and so an easy call to make there. Point. Lakers pulling within 4. Here's the approach now, and the send over. Brought back on the back set to the point and in. It just sailed over the top of the defense that had overplayed up front. Point Moorhead taking a 21-16 lead. Lauren Peterson tracks down the loose ball and hands it off. Here's the Moorhead serve. The hit over is deflected off one of Moorhead's players and down. That's point Lakers, and it's 21-17. Moorhead has the advantage as Detroit Lakes serves. A walking jump serve is overplayed back to the net. Back set there for Horan. Sends it long just past the end line. And the Lakers keep crawling back into it now, trailing 21-18. Lakers on the serve. Just clearing the net. Lauren Peterson, I'll tell you what, she's had an outstanding performance tonight. Wasn't tall enough to handle that one. It slips off her arms and all the way past the end line as the Lakers now pull within 2 at 21-19. With the serve. Deflected down and out. Moorhead gave chase. 3 different players had a chance at it. And as you might expect, that forces a timeout taken. Amber Fiegelberg is on the court with her team. We will return on the Northwest Blind scoreboard in the 4th set. It's Moorhead 21, Detroit Lakes 20. Well, we're down to it. The Spuds had a 5-point advantage just a moment ago. 4 unanswered by the Lakers. Serving now, down by 1. And the hit over to the back row. Played forward, and the set to the backside. Grace Perry is showing her senior leadership, and it's 22-20. With the game on the line, that's where the Spuds go, and Grace Perry obliges. Grace Bathurst back into the front as the play continues. To the near side, deflected up. Back set, no, pushed off to the far side. Perry gently touches it in, but the Lakers find an opening and once again pull within 1. 22-21 here in set 4. Lakers serving. A score here by the Lakers will bring the rafters down, but she hits it straight into the net. Moorhead is back to a 2-point lead on that service error. Madden Bogenreef checks in to serve. With the game on the line, Bogenreef. Running jump serve, sends it over clean to the net. Played back set. Sent over. Spuds sent it cross court. Grace Perry on the return. On the wrong side of the net. It was a battle for possession. And the Lakers scored to pull within one. 23-22. Here's the play. Hand over. Perry sends it near side. The return to Perry. Oh my. Sometimes it's just not fair. What a hit from Grace Perry. Serving now, set point, match point when we return after this Detroit Lakes timeout. On the Northwest Blind scoreboard, in set 4, it's Moorhead 24, Detroit Lakes 22. Well, just across the way, the Moorhead girls soccer team getting a win over Detroit Lakes tonight, 4-1. The Spuds are a point away now as Grace Perry serves. Match point. Detroit Lakes on the return. Peterson plays it forward. Tipped over, kept alive. The return. Peterson tracks it down. Back set goes and played on the second level. Back it comes, Grace Perry gives it away and the volley continues. Off to the far side, it's back to the Lakers and they'll try to punch it over and it's Peterson who keeps it going to the backside, blocked. Perry picks it up, brings it near side, the return, they'll try it from there. Blocked on a big hit to the back row. An alley-oop pass up into the air. Play continues and here come the Spuds, they'll try it again with a push. Now the Lakers with a push and on the return it is blocked and it is down and the Spuds get it. Oh my! What a great evening of high school volleyball tonight at the Spud Gym. Never once was there a question as to one team was going to run away with it or not. It was closely contested from beginning to end. And here in set 4, the Spuds claim victory for their third of the season. A look at the scores. Moorhead in set 1, 25-21. The Lakers in set 2, 25-19. Moorhead claims win in the third set, 25-22, and also in set 4, 25-22. And with that, the Spuds move to 3-3 on the season, heading into a weekend tournament at Apple Valley. Their play continues, or will start out rather. The play will start on Friday with a match against Lakeville North. And for the Detroit Lakes, they resume play on Thursday when they host Aiken. Their unblemished mark has been tarnished with this loss at Moorhead, but what a night it was for high school volleyball. Now 9-1 on the year, Thursday against Aiken. Spuds now 3-3, Friday night against Lakeville North. Thank you for being with us tonight. Our final score on the Northwest Blinds scoreboard. It was Moorhead in 4 sets, 3-1.